SoCal.PorscheDealer.com. By Shumash Casino Resort, gaming at its best, just 2 hours north of Center Court. And by Jack in the Box. Right now, get the jumbo deal. A jumbo jack, 2 tacos, fries, and a drink for only $3.99 plus tax. Well, the wait is just about over. We're about set to go. The Los Angeles Clippers and the Miami Heat for the first of 2 meetings this year. The second one will be in Miami on Super Bowl Sunday. Here's the way the Heat come to town. LeBron James and Chris Bosh, the 2 new faces in the front court, along with Zydrunas Ilgauskas, James' former teammate in Cleveland, Dwayne Wade and Carlos Arroyo in the backcourt. Their young head coach, he was under fire the first 17 games of the season. He's like a Coach of the Year candidate right now, young Eric Spoelstra. And for the Los Angeles Clippers here this evening, playing their best basketball of the season for sure, Ryan Gomes and Blake Griffin are the forwards. DeAndre Jordan is the emerging young center. Eric Gordon and Baron Davis, a very solid pair in the backcourt. The head coach of the Clippers is Vinny Del Negro in his first season with the Clippers, his 3rd year in the NBA. And the Clippers have been so solid at the defensive end in particular during this 10-game winning streak, for sure. Now there's LeBron James with his nightly ritual. So he's ready, the fans are ready, we're ready, and I suspect you are ready too for this basketball game. The greetings of the stars, young and old, at center court here at Staples Center. Our referees tonight are Ron Gerritsen, Tony Brown, and David Guthrie. The Clippers in their home whites, the road reds for the Miami Heat, who are yet to play at Denver and Chicago before going home to play Atlanta on the 18th of the month. Bosh probably had to make more of an adjustment than anybody here, Mike, because he was the man in Toronto. Now he's like the third wheel.
He is the third wheel, the third option, but he's a pretty darn good third option.
I'll say he is. Jordan and Ilgauskas will jump. Ilgauskas taller. Jordan obviously a much better jumper, or at least he's a jumper.
Good point, partner.
So Clippers get the first possession. They'll have it now. They'll have it to start the 4th and final quarter as well. Burst to speed by Gordon. 10 on the shot clock. They get the ball to Blake Griffin. Over Bosh. Off glass, too far. Rebound saved by Ilgauskas, and the Heat will come back up court. A few butterflies, do you think?
Oh, no question about it. That was the first thing I was going to say. Extra adrenaline pumping. I haven't seen Blake Griffin miss the rim like that in forever.
Now he'll normally, if he misses, be short. That one was long, over the hoop, off the glass. Wade penetrate, kick to Arroyo. Knocked down a long 2-pointer.
You know, everybody talks about the adjustment that the big three had to make to play together. Somebody like Carlos Arroyo had to adjust to playing without the ball because he does not bring the ball up the floor.
Clippers turn it over. Low bounce pass from Baron Davis to DeAndre Jordan.
We haven't talked enough yet about Miami's defense, Ralph. Best defensive team in the league. Toughest to shoot against from 2, from 3. Number 2 toughest to score against. They hold teams to about 92 points a game.
Dwayne Wade, a good matchup with Eric Gordon, who draws a foul. The Clippers cannot afford foul problems among any of their starters against these guys. They need to have their horses out there for 35 to 40 minutes a night, I'd say.
That's what we talked about in the open, right? They need their usual contributions. As you look at the coach, he's kind of wincing a little bit. He knows what one foul on Eric Gordon means. They need their 20 points from Gordon. Their Griffin, greatness has to be there.
We saw what happened to Steph Curry the other night. Golden State was in town. He got 2 early fouls, and he was basically out of the game.
He was out of the game.
His head was gone.
And his team was out of the game.
Wade misses the foul shot.
I think the real key tonight is the play of Baron Davis. I mean, as you look on this floor and look at the matchups, you're going to say, well, Dwayne Wade has an advantage, and LeBron James has an advantage. Well, Blake Griffin might have an advantage. Maybe DeAndre Jordan has the advantage on Ilgauskas with his speed and size and length. For the Clippers, the real key, I think, is number 5, BD, as he brings it up.
Gordon works against Wade. The screen from Griffin. Turns the corner. Baron working, probing.
They love to trap in the corners.
Griffin in traffic, puts it up and puts it in.
He's got an amazing ability to know when to try and throw down on somebody and when to put it up softly.
So Clippers get their first score of the ball game, minute and a half into it. Arroyo. Another 2-pointer.
Shooting it great from deep. Best he's ever shot from out there, 48%.
So it's a 5-2 basketball game. Baron Davis turns the corner. Griffin to Baron, the baseline. Over Arroyo. Wade comes out with a rebound. Wade. Oh, that's some play, but did not finish it off. DeAndre gets it off the glass.
And you got to take advantage of your times when you get open opportunities in early breaks.
Gomes knocks down a 2-pointer.
Those quick hitters, they may not be layups and dunks, but when Miami misses, if you can go down and attack, you get their scattered defense instead of their half-court stalwart defense.
Bosh against DeAndre Jordan. Forget, he's a very good player.
And the thing is, about the first 7 games of the season, Bosh averaged 13 points a game. He was struggling more than the other two. But from then on, he's been right at 19 points a game, and they love his numbers now and his production.
Griffin against Ilgauskas. 5 in the shot clock. Number 5 fires the 3-ball. Bingo!
Maybe not the shot they wanted. But if Barron's going to play like that in this ball game, you'll take it. And an early good start for the Clippers is exactly what they needed.
7-7 basketball game.
They are booing LeBron when he touches it.
Bosh. Found DeAndre Jordan. He just kept giving DeAndre moves and finally got a foul on him. Another player the Clippers can ill afford to get in foul trouble. But I can say it about certainly Griffin, Jordan, Davis, and Gordon. None of those 4 can get in foul trouble.
Who else is there? That's the whole group.
Ryan Gomes, I guess they've got a replacement for him. They can bring a Manu in. They can go to Butler on the bench.
You see the numbers for Bosh this year. I mentioned the slow start. Of course, he had career numbers all over the board last year. His best year at 24 points a game. But Bosh has talked about the poise and composure that they have. That's been a whole part of them coming together through this road win streak, which is 13, as Patrick O'Neal highlighted before the ball game, and Michael Eaves mentioned. They're on the verge of something historic. If they can win 3 more and possibly 4 more road games, that has never been done in the history of the league.
Baron Davis going to work. Inside lob jam, DeAndre Jordan.
If Baron is penetrating, Clipper fans are going to be smiling, because that's where he will do his damage against Arroyo and the heart of the Miami defense.
LeBron James drops it to Bosh. Bosh over Jordan. Rebound taken by the Clippers. Here comes Baron on the run.
Blake was a little slow getting there.
Baron all the way to the basket. He scores and he's fouled.
I'm telling you, I've never seen him play better in a Clipper uniform.
Very much within himself.
And that's the truth. I really think he's been relieved by the fact that he has not had to come back from injury and score 25 points a game. He's loving his new role, which is about 14 points a game and 9 assists, and using his size and strength to get inside and score when it counts. He's off to just an amazing start with 6 early points and 3 assists.
Clippers have their first lead at 12-9. Arroyo into the offensive end for the Heat. Baron staying with him. Bosh checks the clock. Fires and misses. Rebound Griffin.
And the Clippers rebound the ball so well right now, Ralph. Second best rebounding team in the league. If they can eliminate Miami's second chances, they themselves have a great opportunity tonight.
DeAndre to Gomes to Griffin. He's tripped and brought down. He'll go to the free throw line. He was getting ready to go up for a big one. LeBron James will draw the foul. Speaking about players who can't afford to get in foul trouble, their bench is their question mark.
Great pass right there by DeAndre Jordan. Then Gomes with another one. That foul should have been on Wade, actually.
I mean, Pat Riley, their team president, did a marvelous job filling some of the voids around the big 3. But I don't think they're there yet in terms of the depth they'd like to have to win a championship.
Well, they got a lot of names there. And the guys who've been around. Speaking of Dampier and Miller and Jawan Howard and
this guy, Ilgauskas.
Eddie House. He was on that Boston team as a complimentary guy and won a championship. But the other night in Portland, Ralph, the big three.
Well, there you have House and Miller and Howard.
The big three scored 90% of their points. 90% of their 107.
They're like all but 14. Not sure that's a recipe to success long term. Wade, that is. James to Wade.
Well, the naysayers didn't take into consideration that LeBron James could pass the ball and play with another superstar. He's unselfish first.
Griffin to the basket, +1.
I love the quick hitters by the Clippers. They're not walking the ball up the floor and testing Miami that way. They're pushing the ball up the floor and taking advantage of their youth and athleticism. Look at Eric Gordon and look at Blake just take off from the foul line.
And any early jitters that we saw, the first two possessions are long gone.
Yep. How about this guy from the line lately? Been making everything.
44 out of 65 the last 6 games. That's 11 attempts a game and shooting almost 69%. Completes a three-point play, and the Clippers lead by 5.
Clippers have made 5 field goals in a row.
From the corner, Arroyo. He goes to get it. They get a new clock. Bosh got off balance. Oh, and they call a very late whistle. Very, very late whistle. Baron Davis will draw the personal, his first. And Bosh will go to the free throw line. It's interesting, I was reading where Bosh credits Alonzo Mourning, a former, one of the all-time great Miami Heat players, now in their front office, as being a mentor to him. Help him deal with how to handle this change that he has in his life. And apparently he's been effective.
That's interesting. He's the one who's talked about the poise and composure, and he's the one whose numbers have taken the largest slide.
Yeah.
This guy averaged 22 points a game or more each of the last 5 years.
4-time All-Star.
4-time All-Star, and this year he's down at 18. You know, I don't think he's going to make the All-Star team in the East. How could he as the third, player on this team? He gets lost in all the discussions.
Clippers lead by 3. Baron to Gomes.
But winning cures everything, partner.
Nice look from Gordon to Jordan for 2.
You talk about some adrenaline flowing. DeAndre would have dunked on Mark Eaton if he were there.
5-point Clipper lead.
LeBron's been hot from 3 lately.
Shot is blocked by Baron Davis. Baron back to Gordon.
Good job by Bosh, because Gordon would have pulled the trigger. He thinks he can take him.
Steps back, shoots a 3 ball.
I don't know that I like that shot.
Yeah, it's tough to shoot a 3 backing up, which is what he was doing.
And over a 7-footer.
Wade.
Wow. Arguably, they have 2 of the best 4 players in the game in their starting 5.
It's really kind of hard to argue. Baron Davis playing like one of the better players in the game right now, too.
Agree.
He has 8. Clippers by 5. Baron tried to get a cheap steal there as they were ready to call a timeout. Timeout is taken by the Miami Heat. 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go. We're in the first quarter of play, and everything we hope to see, we've seen. Nobody's disappointed just yet. Clippers are up by 5. Now, first of all, here's Dane Blanton. Dane?
Well, guys, the Clippers are playing with probably the best attitude they've had all year. A lot of confidence. Eric Gordon told me that they had to treat this game as any other game, is not to get too hyped up about it. And an interesting thing Baron Davis said, I asked, did you give any advice to the young guys? He said, no, they need to go out there. You can't be too excited. If you have to tone it down, then tone it down. The mindset for the Clippers is right on point. Let's go across the court to Patrick O'Neal.
All right, Dane, thanks a lot. You know the expression, the circus is in town? Well, it really is in town. Wherever the Miami Heat go. I was talking to Bob McAdoo. He told me about practice at UCLA yesterday. 100 fans just somehow knew they were there like they have a GPS on them. It's the Heatles. That's right. We're missing the Ford Beetle. Then today, morning shoot-around, they were at a private residence in Bel Air. The court had replica Lakers court and banners and the whole thing. So just like Christmas, I got to see the Heat stomping all over the Lakers court, Ralph and Mike. Let's hopefully it doesn't happen here, right?
Well, so far so good. Well, LeBron James cashes in for the first time in a basketball game. James knocks down the 2 ball. Clippers lead by 3. I think the fourth Heedle was Don McClain.
Could be. I know he loves that term.
Gordon, the little runner is good, and he's fouled by Bosh.
They call the foul on Arroyo.
Oh, yes it is.
Yeah, he's kind of holding onto his shorts as he went down because Bosh gave this look like I didn't touch him.
That's his second foul. They have Mario Chalmers behind him.
Just an amazing start by the Clippers here. Their offense has been clicking of late. Over the last 10, 11 games, they're scoring 102 points a game, shooting 48%. That will be tested tonight.
That's 17 in a row without a miss. For Eric Gordon at the line, Clippers lead by 6.
Clippers have made 9 of 12 shots. They continued the trend, Ralph, where they played so well in the first quarter.
Wade, despite the bump by DeAndre Jordan, still scores. He has 7. Here comes Gordon. Slam dunk!
Ralph, that's after a made hoop. After a made basket, they just got a fast break dunk. Do you think they didn't discover something from Miami's film they've been watching?
Wade on the run. The scoop won't go. Griffin gets the rebound.
Oh, Griffin gobbles up everything in his vicinity.
Big man brings it up. Goes to the basket. DeAndre Jordan collects himself. Slam dunk! Baron Davis! How about that? Your power forward leads the break. They goes to the center, to the point guard for a slam dunk. James misses.
Here they go again. Coach Del Negro saying run.
Run. Don't ever stop. Gordon off the glass.
They have made 11 of 14 shots. They're almost at 30 points in this ball game.
Against the best defensive team in basketball.
What have they been averaging lately in the first quarter? 31.
Dwayne Wade, 3:49 to go. Fans are into it. Biggest crowd of the year at Staples Center to see an NBA game. Lakers or Clippers, 19,000 plus. Arroyo straight away 3-ball. Bosh steals the rebound.
See Barron stop James in his tracks.
Bosh now against Gomes. Poked away from behind by Gomes. There's the steal by Griffin. Clippers have numbers again. Oh, couldn't hang on to it. No look from Davis to Blake, and Blake just could not collect it. Substitutions for the Miami Heat.
Can you talk to the commissioner? Can you schedule the Miami Heat more often?
There's James Jones, three-point shooter in, and veteran Eric Dampier is also in at center. The kiddie core of Bledsoe and Manu about to enter for the Clippers.
Talk about a test for them. Dwayne Wade taking his usual seat with about 3 minutes to go in the first.
Bosh, little up fake, up, under, score with the right hand.
And an ability to finish with either hand down there makes him so effective, even against length.
Chalmers, Gomes for 3, bingo! Ryan Gomes.
Clippers are red hot.
You better make K while you can. You're not going to stay at a hot all night long, but they're up by 11. Bosh at range. James. Short! And a short on it. Rebound is taken by Griffin.
Little knuckleball.
Barron on the prowl. Blake tries to go back door, and a foul will be called. No, a timeout's going to be taken by the Clippers.
I like Vinny's timeouts sometimes. They're oftentimes when they have momentum and they can regroup and gather themselves.
Probably wanted to make a substitution as well. 2:33 to go in the first quarter. Clippers off to a spectacular start. Barron with a slammer. Clippers up by 11. Poll question. Who had the better rookie season? LeBron James 03-04 or Blake Griffin this year? You can vote right now at foxsportswest.com. But before you jump to any conclusions here, look at the numbers, Mike.
Yeah, LeBron did not score 21 points a game. There's a select few number of players who have started their career with 21 or more and done that for 10 straight years. Blake can join that exclusive crowd, and you can see LeBron about 25 and 5. And Blake's numbers, when you add up those 3 points, rebounds, assists, actually more or even better than one young LeBron James.
And LeBron was not an all-star that rookie year.
No, he was
not. Rookie of the year, not until his second year did he make the all-star team. So Aminu is in and Bledsoe is in. A very balanced attack by the Clippers, all 5 starters contributing.
That is exactly how you would draw it up. Miami in a zone.
And Miller is out there. Hadn't even played the last 2 games. Aminu passes up the 3. The floater is good.
He says everybody else is hot. I guess I can try a shot I've never tried and stay hot.
The Clippers stretch it out to 13.
Look who's guarding LeBron James.
Blake Griffin and LeBron James.
Oh, and Dampier just leveled him with a pick.
Foul on DeAndre, his second. Ouch. DJ gets number 2 after the switch.
Ralph, one of the huge keys in this ballgame, and because of LeBron James' greatness, Dwayne Wade's ability to get the line, they both get to the line, second and third best in the league, is the Clippers must defend in this game without fouling. Because those 2 guys get to the line a ton.
James misses the foul shot. Substitution for the Clippers. Randy Foye comes in for Eric Gordon. Ryan Gomes is going to come in. DeAndre Jordan goes out. The center will be none other than Blake Griffin. So DJ gets number 2. That's one to watch. Hey, Porsche drivers, reserve your free valet spot for Clippers home games, courtesy of your Southern California Porsche dealers. Only 12 spots available for each game, so be sure to register early at Clippers.com. Also, each night, one lucky Porsche driver will be randomly selected to win a free upgrade to the Porsche VIP seats. Visit Clippers.com for more information. LeBron James makes 1 out of 2. Clippers lead stands at 12. See what the Clippers can do now that they've gone to their bench. Often the flow of a game changes when the bench players come in.
Now, Karl-Anthony is long. He's not as strong as Blake, but he is long.
Blake thought he got fouled. Bledsoe gets to the hole, loses the basketball, picked up by Gomes. Knocked loose, and it comes off to LeBron James.
Like a locomotive.
Into the corner. 3 ball. Karl-Anthony shoved off to get the rebound.
Great job by Ryan Gomes. He was like the lone man in the Garden of Eden over there. All alone on the weak side, but he boxed out. He maintained possession.
So Mike Miller, who is probably the 4th jewel of the crown for the Heat and their free agent acquisitions over the summer, missed the first 29 games with that bad right thumb. He's out there now after not playing because of coach's decision the last 2.
He's been back a few games and hasn't been able to make a shot since he's back. But, you know, historically, Mike Miller, a great shooter and a floor spacer. And, of course, they need guys like that.
Yeah, one of the game's really good shooters from distance. I talked to him before the game. I said, "How?" He said, "I'm 100%. And I looked at that thing on his thumb, and it doesn't look like it. I said, "No, it's fine." Said, okay.
I just like his new haircut. I can recognize
him. His old haircut.
Yes, I can recognize him now. He can see. He doesn't have to worry about the hair flopping all over the place.
14-point lead for the Los Angeles Clippers with 90 seconds remaining, and James lets it roll into the front court. Gomes will eye him.
Well, all that did was kind of lull the Clipper defense to sleep, and it got the crowd involved in the game. They started booing him, and so far, anybody who boos LeBron has been on the losing end. He really relishes the fact that people think he's a villain now.
Defensive 3-second violation. Looks like it's going to be on James Jones. Clippers will shoot the tee, and Eric Bledsoe, the rookie, walks in there. So I'll do it, guys.
He's almost shooting 80%. Look at this move by James. And fans, just because he's averaging, 25, 7 and 7, a little bit down from the last 2 years, there's no reason why he will not be in the consideration for MVP again.
Bledsoe, the bounce. Griffin, back to the rookie. He'll let it fly. Bingo.
He's been so cool under the pressure, especially on early shot attempts from deep.
Clippers by 15.
He's really grown up right before our very eyes.
An unbelievable opening quarter for Vinny Del Negro's ball club.
It's the way they've been playing, Ralph. Maybe not to the tune of shooting 80%. Look who's guarding him again.
James against Griffin. He changed his mind at the last second, made it up on the fly, and still gets the score.
Look at this.
Bledsoe, a little out of control. Clippers get it back.
Then he's going to say one shot.
Amina's going to say, how about this one? Bingo.
He didn't hear it. And the beauty of it is it's kind of like a blessing in disguise. They're going to get the ball back, too.
42-26. I can't imagine that he'd have given up 42 points in a quarter this year.
What was it George Karl said? That Michael leaves quarter before the ball game? Anybody who thinks they're going to go into Staples Center and beat the Clippers, good luck.
James working out front against Gomes. The takeaway by Griffin. 6 seconds to go. Ahead to Boyd. He'll drive and score. He almost slam dunks it.
He thought about it.
Oh, me, oh, my. James, a 60-footer, wide left. Without any fear of contradiction. The Clippers' finest quarter of basketball in years. Not this year, but in years. As they absolutely are all over the Miami Heat. Clippers lead it 44-26.
An unbelievable 17 of 22 shots. And let's go over to Dane Blanton for some more.
Oh, Mike, can you believe it? 77%. I heard one coach say we can't play any better on offense, but what they want to focus on the defensive end. If they need to switch on the picks, make sure you switch, but don't let the Miami Heat back in the game by shooting threes. Contest the threes, put a hand up, and make them put it on the floor. Let's go across the court, covering the Heat, Patrick O'Neal.
All right, Dane, thanks a lot. A disgusted sideline for the Miami Heat. Quietest guy was Dwayne Wade. Didn't want to say anything to anybody. Eddie House, who hasn't really played at all of late, can't get into the court. He was the most talkative of anybody. Trying to get in on that huddle, guys. I tell you what, about 4 Miami Heat security guys nearly tackled me. They're taking this really seriously, as they should, giving up 44. Back to you.
With the long arms on Manu, knocking it away from Jones, and now here comes Wade with 5 in the shot clock. He'll get to the hole somehow.
Boy, you've seen Chris Bosh score with the right hand. LeBron James make a shot with his left hand. Now Dwayne Wade with his left hand. You think these guys aren't good players? Come on.
Bledsoe, Foy, Griffin, Gomes, and Aminu for the Clippers. Griffin on the run, can't get it to go.
Come on, David!
Mario Chalmers out there now at the point. The starter there is a rookie. Wade. Knocked away and stolen.
Look at their awareness.
Boy, doing a job.
Yeah, and even if Bledsoe wasn't there, Gomes was coming back to get that ball.
Aminu fakes for 3. Boy for 3. Bingo!
Oh, their ball is moving. It is moving. That's 15 assists on 18 field goals.
That's pretty remarkable. Clippers by 19. The biggest lead of the basketball game. Ralph Walter, Mike Smith, Dane Blanton, Patrick O'Neal. Great to have you along on Prime Ticket. Bledsoe almost had the steal. Long rebound comes out to Griffin, and the big man will bring the ball ahead.
This might be the night, Ralph, that Blake Griffin gets a triple-double.
Nice feed there, and that's an assist. Gomes gets the bucket.
6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for Blake.
No, he had his 5th game of 7 assists the other night. There's only one other front court player in the league who's had as many games of 7 or more assists. That's LeBron James. Chalmers knocks down the 3 ball.
You know, amidst all their greatness, speaking of Miami and their defense, they're 10th best in scoring, but they're 6th best in three-point shooting, so they still can shoot it from deep.
Clippers just got to keep the pedal to the metal against these guys. Griffin spinning, driving, scoring.
And he got hammered, too. I can't believe there's no whistle there.
Neither can Blake. Clippers by 20.
8 points early for Blake.
Almost had the steal against Anthony.
He's hoping to get one. He so badly wants a breakaway.
Wade is fouled. +1. Wade will do this when James is on the sideline. Just take over the offense.
Look at this move by Blake Griffin. He goes quickly. He shows his ball handling, his power. He gets hit by one guy and the second guy. And then, of course, here's what you're talking about, Ralph. Dwayne Wade, a first-teamer, All-NBA.
Griffin and Aminu exit. Gordon comes in for the Clippers.
2 times Dwayne Wade has been first-team All-NBA.
And Ike Diagu is in. That's a very special player.
You mentioned Bosh, a 4-time All-Star. Wade is a 6-time All-Star and a Finals MVP. And he's only averaging 32 points a game over the last 7.
Clippers by 17. Deflected by Wade, out of bounds. Wade is positively energized right now.
But you know what's interesting about this? LeBron James usually plays from one quarter into the second quarter. So this is a change from Eric Spoelstra's usual lineup. He allows LeBron James to stay on the floor and play against the second unit. And tonight he's brought Dwayne Wade back early to get a shot against the Clipper reserves.
Gordon fires, hits. Wade shakes his head.
I think the Miami coaching staff is shaking their heads.
Clippers 21 out of 27 from the field, 78%.
Do you know how many field goals Miami's defense allows? 34 for a game.
That could have been an offensive foul. It was not a bounce. It's going to go to the Clippers. Ron Garrettson made the call. Timeout's going to be taken. We have 8 minutes and 56 seconds to go. 19,000 plus are loving this one here at Staples Center. Blake leading the
Sometimes we do it. Carmax you never have to haggle. The Miami Heat, Ralph, are the best team in the NBA right now as we speak.
They're not even the best team in this building right now.
Oh, that's
what are you
good.
talking about?
That's
What are you
good.
talking about? The San Antonio Spurs are the best team in the NBA right now.
You really think so?
I really do.
I think the Miami Heat are the best team in the NBA right now.
They're behind by 19 points to the Clippers.
That's because the Clippers are the hottest team in the West right now.
Okay, guys.
But I still think it is Boston in the East and San Antonio in the West. Those were my early predictions, and I'm holding true to them.
You are so stubborn. A 30-win, 9-loss record, 15-4 at home, 15-5 in a road, 13 straight wins in a row. But that's in some jeopardy right now. There's a long ways to go in this game. Foy, Gordon, Bledsoe, 3 guards out there for the Clippers, along with Ike Diago and Ryan Gomes. These two ball clubs have both been playing great defense.
Not much defense tonight as both teams are red hot shooting the ball.
Yeah, the Heat are shooting 50%. Bledsoe probes and brings the ball back out front. Eric Gordon to try to make something happen.
Their first slow possession in
Diago.
Their first possession where they really were tested. Can we stay with it? Can we still get a good shot? They survive.
They have their biggest lead of the game. 21 points. Clippers lead it. Wade rises.
He is something else. I mean, he is something else. I told you, 31 a game over the last 7. Bosh has been Mr. Consistency during this run of 22 games where they've won 21. But Wade has been spectacular, and LeBron has been spectacular.
Ball is kicked around like a pinball out of bounds to go. It's off a Miami foot. Out to the Clippers with 11 on the shot clock. Certainly James Jones thought it was off a Clipper foot, because he could have picked it up. Foy will bring it in. Plenty of time to get off a shot. Just 5 seconds to get it in. They just barely do. Bledsoe loses the ball to Chalmers. Blocked by Bledsoe! That is a LeBron James specialty, those chase down blocks. And Bledsoe must have been watching some videotape. He and James are represented by the same agent. They're fast friends.
I'm telling you, he took off on a dead sprint from half court to catch him. That is sensational.
Here's Bosh. He's against Gomes. He's getting one tough assignment after another here tonight. Good defense by Diago. Chalmers on the run.
Well, you knew somebody would be open. I mean, they really smothered Bosh, so their first pass out was going to have some openness.
17-point Clipper lead. Clippers have 19 assists on 22 field goals, which is remarkable. No look pass on a good defensive play by Wade, and he saves it. Oh, that's a big-time play by Dwayne Wade. Into the corner. The shooter is there. But the shot is not. Here's Eric Gordon. Chalmers there with the takeaway. James will be coming back. So they have their big 3 intact, and Vinny Del Negro says, let's talk about it, gentlemen. Clippers take a full timeout, 7 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the period. Clippers holding on to a 17-point lead over the Miami Heat. Quarter number 2, let's check in now with Patrick O'Neill. Patrick?
All right, Ralph, thanks very much. Towards the end of, well, the massacre at Staples last night, LeBron James' former team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, losing by 55, only scoring 57 points to the Lakers. LeBron James sent out a tweet towards the end of this game, quote, "Crazy, karma is a blank." It's a word that begins with B, you get it. Gets you every time. It's not good to wish bad on anybody. God is watching. Now, LeBron was harassed by reporters in the locker room before the game tonight. He said he had no intent. He did not want to place a hit on the organization. He did not reference Dan Gilbert by name. He said it was not a hit on the players, but he also said this was not a tweet from him. He said someone sent it to him, and then he sent it out. The reporters continue to try to get to the bottom of this, to which point the head of PR for the Heat said, no more question, one more question about Twitter, and this session is over. Got a bit heated in that Heat locker room, guys.
I tell you, Patrick, that scene in the locker room was surreal, wasn't it? Just an unbelievable throng of reporters. Waited for about 15 minutes for King James to come out to his throne, and then he addressed in a very friendly fashion the throng of media.
Can you imagine doing that every single ball game?
No, yeah, 82 times a year.
I've gone through it with LeBron in Cleveland and seen how it is there as well.
Boy, misses, rebound. They're going to say it was touched. Over here by,
they said
Chalmers.
They said Clipper ball first, but they're going to switch it. I think it was like Diago touched it.
I thought it was too, and Chalmers almost had a fit. So the Heat, I'm going to try to make their move right now, midway through the first period.
They're going to try and get this thing at 10 or under.
James
approaching halftime.
Bosh will bring it to Wade.
Well, that's just bad defense right there, because he beat one guy, but he beat the other guy going the same direction.
16 for Wade.
If you're the second line of defense, you got to make him divert and go back to where your help is.
Gordon is fouled by Chalmers. He'll shoot three. That's a good play by Eric Gordon. Chalmers not at all happy with it, and here's coach Eric Spoelstra.
Now, it might not be the play that'll get... Well, here's Wade. See how he beats the first guy, and then he beats the second guy. I mean, if you're Ike Diago coming on that second line of defense, make him stop and shoot a jump shot.
So Eric Gordon will go to the line and shoot three. Wade takes a seat. Clippers say good riddance to you. He has 16 points.
He's only taking a seat over here on the scores table.
Oh, I saw him sitting, was all excited.
No, he's not. He's not on the bench.
Darn it. Eric Gordon knocks down his 18th straight free throw over a period of games. Hey, fantastic lower-level season ticket locations are now available for the rest of the season for just $50 a ticket. Really a great way for you to see a Blake Griffin slam dunk in person and to secure a great lower-level seat location for next season. Call 866-4-CLIPPERS or log on to clippers.com for more information.
Speaking of slam dunks, Ralph, by the way, during their layup lines, and you know how I feel about layup lines in a slam dunk competition, that's the way they should do it. LeBron James bounced a ball from 40 feet away, one bounce. It went 30 feet in the air, and he timed it with a one-hand alley-oop. The crowd went psychotic.
Yeah, I wish you were going to be in the slam dunk contest in this building All-Star Weekend. Bosh drives to the goal, foul on Griffin.
Could be either Diago or Griffin. They're both there.
It's going to be on Blake. There's 6:18 remaining in the first half. First foul on Griffin. Here you go.
Oh, you guys saw this? Well, that was just one of them. That was not the one that caused the whole crowd to go crazy. Maybe he was just teasing. Maybe he was just setting it up for the next one.
Bosh is 5 out of 5 at the line.
There's that progression I was talking about, which kept creeping up until this year. It goes down.
It may not go up next year.
No, 18.4 this year. But if you win, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's why he moved to Miami.
If you win a championship, you'll say, okay, so I could have scored 6 more points a game somewhere. Big deal.
16-point Clipper lead. DeAndre Jordan about to return.
And I'm glad Barron's back in there.
Turn to the goal, reverse layup. Oh, it wouldn't go, but he's fouled. He almost able to guide that one home somehow. Well, it's going to be on Anthony.
That was darn near Julius Erving-like. Look at this go to the basket. He's just going to contort his body, hang underneath.
So Griffin will step up there and shoot a couple.
His free throws are going in the right direction, partner.
He has 9 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 16 active minutes. DeAndre Jordan is in for Ike Diagu for the Clippers. I just can't imagine this guy will not be in the All-Star game.
He has to be. Pencil it in right now. It is going to happen.
Clippers by 18. James looks into the corner to Chalmers. Shoots a free ball.
It's the first time all night the Clippers have gone zone.
Wade will go to work. Well, he's up.
He is unbelievable. And arguably the last couple of years, the second best player in the league. Now it's his teammate LeBron James that's won MVPs each of the last 2 years. But Dwayne Wade has been right there.
It'll be hard for them to put up 1-2 kind of numbers because obviously one takes a few numbers away from the other, but we'll see.
They're both averaging 25 points a game. LeBron's averaging 7 rebounds. Wade's at almost 7 rebounds.
Griffin off the glass. Set that up beautifully. But they're still shooting 74%, 23 out of 31.
Let's see if they stay in the zone. Okay, now they're in the zone. The last team to beat the Miami Heat, Ralph, is 10 games ago the Dallas Mavericks in Miami. And they played zone the whole game.
Yeah, Dallas has beaten them twice this year.
Yep.
Fouls on Manu of the Clippers.
We talked about the all-around skills of Blake. Look at him slip the pick, spin away, then back to his forte. He loves to face and kind of fade off that, right foot step back. And he uses glass beautifully.
So Chalmers will shoot a couple. Ilgauskas is in and Bosh is out for the Heat. There's Chris taking a seat. These guys have been in town since Sunday night. Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night in Los Angeles. That can be a good thing, get some rest, or it can be, uh-oh.
That never happens to us. We go on a trip east, we're just like barely a day and a half and gone. You never get to stay in Miami, Orlando, New York.
Chalmers knocks down the free throw.
Could you work on that one, please?
Chalmers made 25 out of 26 this year as Ryan Gomes comes back in. Farouk Aminu comes out. Fans are liking this young rookie.
Everybody's played well so far. And the Clipper bench has been there. There's great balance in their starting five. They're still shooting 74%.
That one is missed. The rebound comes off to the Clippers.
And Chalmers, the only non-starter for Miami who scored.
Baron Davis going to work after a big first quarter. He's back onto the court.
Same play.
Griffin, no look into the corner to Gomes. DeAndre collects himself, puts it up wildly. Gets it back, puts it up. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. He's angry with himself for not finishing that off. But Anthony will draw the foul.
And I'll tell you, Ryan Gomes has been there on the glass so far this evening. He is not credited with one rebound yet. But he's been on that defensive end on the other end. He's been on the offensive end, keeping balls alive. By my book, he should have 3 boards. He's got none. But call him 3 assisted rebounds because he's helped the team.
DJ made 3 out of 5 Sunday against Golden State from the foul line. A little short. Look who's coming in now. Juwan Howard.
I think he's
the
played
ageless one.
16 years in the league, hasn't he?
He'll be 38 years old in March as Anthony hunts for a seat. Like the 4th oldest player in the NBA. So DJ will step up there again. Hope we can get 1 out of 2. Spins out. James the rebound. You hate to leave any money on the table. That's what you do when you miss free throws. Clippers still in zone.
Yep.
Chalmers. LeBron steps into the 3-ball. Bingo.
I told you he's been hot from deep.
That's his best year from deep.
22 of his last 50 coming in.
Up to 36%. Baron Davis got to the hole, could not finish it off, and here they come. The Clipper lead is down to 14. They get it back. Harry Gordon eyes the court. Oh, look to Jordan. Gomes misses the shot. Chalmers the rebound. James holds on.
a bucket here, and the crowd might get a little nervous. Crowd's been a little bit out of it for about the last 3 minutes.
20 for him, and it's now a 12-point game.
This is kind of what happened the other night in Portland. They played Sunday night. Dwayne Wade had 18 or 20 points right away, and LeBron took over the game at the fourth quarter in the final stages in the overtime.
We saw a game 2 years ago, Mike, where Griffin gets another bucket and a trip to the foul line. Well, the Clippers dominated LeBron James' Cleveland Cavaliers in the first half. Remember, LeBron had a little team meeting out on the court before the second half and said, guys.
No.
Not happening tonight.
It was a great move by Wade, and then Blake with a terrific response.
Trying to complete the three-point play.
You remember Bob McAdoo, right, Ralph?
Of course.
Assistant coach for Miami, greatest player in Clipper franchise right there. Buffalo Brave, former MVP. Awesome scorer was Bob. I asked Bob about Blake Griffin before the ball game.
Howard misses, rebound Griffin.
He said, I've never seen anybody like him.
I think that's appropriate.
He said, I've never seen a guy that big jump, that high, and make the plays that he makes.
Barron off the back iron, Howard the rebound. Barron almost had the steal. He does have it. He can't save it. You can't fault the effort. Blake Griffin over to help his veteran buddy up. Timeout's going to be taken. 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the half. A lot of fans are standing right here now.
There's only 90 points given up to the opponent each game, and they've got 65 on the Heat here in the first half. Michael Lees and Don McClain here in Star Plaza. Coming up on Clippers Live Halftime Report, we're going to show you how the Clippers are frankly overwhelming the Heat with a total team effort and talk about efficiency, Don, from an offensive standpoint, distributing, scoring. They have 24 field goals in this game to the Clippers. They have 21 assists on those makes.
Yeah, 21 assists for a game is usually good for any team, but the Clippers came out with superior energy, passion, intensity, and they got it going early. Keyed by Baron Davis, sharing the ball, everybody involved. Yeah, Blake's got 15. Yeah, Gordon's got 12, but everybody seems to be contributing, whether you're a starter or off the bench. But sharing the ball has been the thing against, like you mentioned, Michael, a very good Miami Heat defense. Let's see if the Clippers can keep up the intensity, keep this going, and finish the game.
Ralph, Mike, we've been talking lately how Baron Davis probably playing his best basketball of the year. First half, 10 points, 5 assists already.
He's been terrific since he's come back. That latest injury, he has really been good, guys. It's really changes the face of this ball club. LeBron James misses, follows, and scores.
Well, Wade and LeBron are just so good. They're even quick enough to beat a zone with quick darts to the goal and their strength.
You're talking about Bob McAdoo talking about the energy with which Blake Griffin plays. Keith Smart, coach of the Golden State Warriors, as the Clippers beat the Warriors 105-91 here the other night as Blake fires the jumper and comes up short. Baron Davis controls the rebound.
I hope they give Blake an assist right there.
Keith Smart said, I don't think we've ever seen a guy whose energy level is that high. The guy plays at an incredible rate.
That's terrific.
I mean, everybody's talking about this guy in historical terms. It's not like he's just a really good young player. There's a 3-ball, bingo, thrown in by Chalmers.
Keeping a minute, that's 3 deep balls.
I just got a hunch. This is going to go down to the wire.
Don't tell me how it ends.
Okay, I won't, but I just got a hunch.
I kind of think you're right, partner.
Clippers are up by 21 earlier. Griffin.
Nice step through.
Oh, what a beautiful move, but he didn't finish it. He thought he was fouled. Here comes Wade. The wraparound pass into the corner, the pickup, the shot, in and out. Rebound taken by Gomes. 1:30 remaining in the first half.
Barron
for 3. Off the back iron. Rebound Jordan, he gets fouled. Good job by DJ. Foul on Ilgauskas. One of those shots by Barron. You love it if he makes it,
yep.
But not so much now.
I think the coach was thinking the same thing. The only thing saving him was DeAndre's great hustle and position under the goal.
But now he has to go to the free throw line and make him pay.
How excited were fans to see this ball game, Ralph? Jason Jackson, who does what Dane Blanton and Patrick O'Neill and do for us on the sidelines for the Miami television, told me that during Sunday's game when they were playing in Portland, people were already tweeting, can't wait for Wednesday night, can't wait for Wednesday night, can't wait for Wednesday night against the Clippers.
There he is, one of the more colorful sideline reporters in basketball.
He told me his phone was just, blowing up in his back pocket, and they were all about a game that was 4 days away. And the hype was not overstated, was it?
I think not.
There's been one great game.
Boy, nobody thought the Heat would give up 67 first-half points.
No, the 44 they gave up in the first quarter is the most they've given up in any quarter this season.
DeAndre, well, it gets one of them to fall. Clippers will take it, leading it by 13. 1:21 remaining first half. Clippers took the lead at 12-9. Wade against the zone, splits the defenders. Chalmers to Bosh, good ball movement to James for three, bingo.
If he's hitting his threes, he's almost unguardable.
What's this almost part?
Well, the amazing thing about this Miami Heat team, Ralph, is they score farther away from the basket than any team in the league.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the average length of their field goals made away from the hoop is like, 13 feet away. They rely on jump shots, whereas the Clippers score closer to the basket than any team.
Now, how would you know something like that?
I don't know. Norm sent it to me.
You got a yardstick in your pocket? Griffin misses the three.
Lots of things.
Now 30 seconds to go in the half. Clippers do not want to have this get down to single digits. Wade throws it away. Chalmers with a nice save. 10 on the shot clock. 22 in the game clock.
Oh, wow!
Somehow. Basket will not count.
Yep.
They're going to call a jump ball.
That's one of the best passes I have ever seen.
Settle down, Mike Smith.
Ralph, I don't ever overstate things.
No, of course not.
I never do. This is one of the best passes I have ever seen. He's right there. He stops. How did he see him?
Well, it was clearly a jump ball.
So you're saying the whole team stopped, which allowed that great vision?
There's 5 in the shot clock if the Heat control the tap. DeAndre Jordan jumping with LeBron James. The Miami foul line.
A terrible toss.
They're going to jump it again. LeBron James not happy with that.
Look at this pass.
So they're going to try it one more time at the Heat foul line. LeBron James still politicking out there with referee Tony Brown. Tap is controlled by the Clippers. Blake Griffin brings it up. Gordon thought about the three ball, but thought about the clock instead.
Well, they figure with a 10-point lead, let's get the last shot, not give Miami any hope.
I like that. Barron gets to the hole off the glass, did not get enough air under it, and the Clippers escape with a 10-point lead. An extraordinary first half of play, but the Miami Heat showing, well, they're not done yet. The Clippers hold on to the margin at the intermission of 68-58 and head to the locker room as LeBron James will try to plot a strategy to get his ball club back into the ball game. 68-58, Clippers have the lead as we go to Dane Blanton.
Barron, you guys came out of the gate hot. What is allowing the efficiency? Because you guys are on fire right now.
It's our defense. We pride ourselves on our defense. We had a nice, 18-point lead. Got to close out the quarter better by, continuing to play solid defense. They got hot against our zone, but, we just pushing the ball. Our defense is allowing us to get out and fast break and get easy buckets, and that's what we want.
They have so many weapons out there. D. Wade put up 20. How do you slow down a guy like that?
Just get back, force him to shoot contested jumpers. We got to keep him and LeBron out the lane, finding teammates, and, we just got to make them beat us.
As the leader, what will you tell the guys in the locker room?
Just got to keep the pressure on. This third quarter, they're going to come out. We got to come out. We got to keep the pressure on, keep attacking, but most importantly, just stay solid on the defensive end.
All right, thanks a lot, Barron. Barron Davis had a strong first half there with 12 points and 5 rebounds. Let's go out to Star Plaza to Michael Leeds and Don McClain.
All right, Dane, thanks a lot. Don, I don't know if the Clippers could have asked for a better half in this game to face the Miami Heat.
Unbelievable first quarter. They couldn't sustain it at the end, and
Right.
even though they still have a 10-point lead, why do I not feel as good as I should about how the Clippers played in the first half? Because of those big three. They cut it to 10. The Clippers got to come flying out of the locker room and get the crowd back in it. They lost the crowd the last 5 minutes of that second quarter.
The Clippers scored 44 in the first quarter. They have 68 in the half, and they still have a 10-point lead over a team that has a 13-game road.
But they played a heck of a first half. We need to play a heck of a second half.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Let's go out to Ralph and Mike.
Terrific first half, as we know. Let's go now to our Land Rover highlights. And I don't know how the Clippers could have played any better, but it was Dwayne Wade who really kept Miami in it early. He was sensational, a one-man wrecking crew. And he ended up with just an amazing first half, 20 points with all these forays to the goal. He made 9 of 12 shots. And for the Clippers, it was a little bit of everybody, but Blake kind of always stands out, doesn't he? Sensational with his all-around play. 15 points, 6 boards, 4 assists. And you can see the balanced attack that those assists produce for the Clippers. Everybody involved, everybody playing well. Can they do it again in quarter number 3?
45 of the 58 Miami points come from the big three. Wade, Bosh, and James. Clippers, the 5th game, 5-game homestand. They led to the half each and every game. Led Utah by 6, lost by 8. Led Atlanta by 11 at the half, lost by 9. Led Denver by 8, won by 13. Led Golden State by 14, won by 15. So kind of a mixed bag, 2-2.
But those last two that you talked about, where they were able to preserve those leads and hold the victory, they won the third quarter against Denver and Golden State. They must do the same here this evening.
I think you're exactly right on that. And Eric Spoelstra has probably told these guys to come out here and jump on them right now. James will bring the ball ahead. The Clippers with Gordon and Davis in the backcourt. Down low it will go to Bosh, and a quick foul and a third one of the ball game on DeAndre Jordan. Not the start the Clipper wanted. And there you got Baron Davis, John with big Ilgauskas, who outweighs him by about 60 pounds.
Well, Ilgauskas did not like the foul by DeAndre Jordan. So when Bosh hit the deck, which was more theatrical than anything, Ilgauskas came over to his aid and had a few words for DeAndre, and that's how it began. And then Baron stepped right in.
So free throws are coming for Chris Bosh with a perfect 6 for 6. The Clippers have won 7 of their last 10. It's their best stretch of 10 games. It's winning 8 out of 10, March through April of 2007. They'd love to make it 8 of 11. But it won't be easy against these guys. Bosh misses. The Heat have won 13 straight on the road. Going back to November, Mike. Gee whiz.
It is crazy how they've been on a run. They won 5 of their first 7, then they went 4-6 over the next 10 ball games, and that's when everybody started, calling for the coach, which some have now said was falsely reported. But they won 12 in a row, lost to Dallas 1 game, and won 9 more in a row, and that's 21 of 22.
Their last road loss was November 27th at Dallas. They were 9-8 after that loss. And they, at that point, had lost 4 out of 5. People were saying, what's wrong with these guys? Spoelstra maybe not be the right guy to coach them. I think they put that talk to rest. Gomes, catch, shoot, miss. Hit by Griffin once, twice. He scores and gets fouled. This is his 4th and 1 opportunity of the ball game.
And I don't know if they'll give him 2 boards on the play, but they certainly should. Watch the effort, get in the position, tip it to himself. They definitely should. And then puts it back up.
Trying to complete the 3-point play, and timely it would be. In and out.
Kind of ran off the line there. He was anxious to see it go through and get back on defense. You got to stay right there.
Opening minutes of third period, very, very important for both ball clubs. Each trying to send the other a message. Oh, DeAndre got his 4th. Up fake by Bosh. DeAndre was the buyer, and he will have to go to the bench for 4 personal fouls. And Ike Diagu will come in.
Well, Chris Bosh is just so smart. He's been the leader of his team for so many years.
So in less than a minute, DeAndre Jordan picks up number 3 and number 4, and he will sit now until the 4th quarter.
He knows. Still doesn't hurt the frustration over there. He knows he's got to stay down on his feet and use his length that way.
So DJ takes a seat and ponders the last minute, which is the first minute of the second half.
Bosh, a terrific foul shooter, 80% each of the last couple years. One year even shot like 84.
Down to single digits, Mike, for the first time since the first quarter.
Don't scare me.
Clippers have led by as many as 21.
The whole key is to keep the ball and the players moving.
A more aggressive defense by Miami.
And don't go to the corners. They will trap in the corners.
Barron feels the bump, collects himself, and scores beautifully.
And remember where your advantages are. Remember how they started the game? It was attacks by Baron Davis. His penetration opened up things for other people.
Bosh will bring the ball to LeBron James. Wade drops it to Bosh. Rebound taken by Baron Davis of the Clippers. Looking for some runners out in front of him. Griffin spinning to the basket beautifully, but not finishing. That's the second one. He hasn't finished this game. They're making a fine move.
He can shoot from there.
Ilgauskas. So the Clippers get the basketball back, holding on to an 11-point lead. Eric Gordon's only taken 5 shots in the game. Davis back to Barron. Brother to Gordon.
Almost double dribble. Gotta go.
Winding down to 3. Tough shot for Barron.
Miami has the best rebounding non-forward, non-centers in the league in Wade and James.
Arroyo drops it to Bosh. Ooh, he missed a shot he'll normally make. And Griffin will dribble it into the front court. And he's dangerous. And that was dangerous, all right. Threw it to nobody. Clippers turned the basketball over only for the 4th time in the game. Carlos Arroyo going to work. Wade against Gordon. Needs help. Bosh. So many big time weapons. Everybody has weapons. They got 3 guys that can just go out and win a game for you.
3 legitimate, 20-point a game scores.
9-point Clipper lead. 8.5 to go in the third. Barron backs down against Arroyo. And the foul was called before the shot. Carlos Arroyo gets his second foul of the basketball game. It's a non-shooting foul. Out of bounds, it will go to the Clippers. 17 for Griffin, 14 for Davis, 12 for Gordon, 20 for Wade for the Heat, 15 each for James and Bosh. Pick, roll, go, foul. Ilgauskas got him right in the face, and they're going to call it a flagrant foul.
Yes, they are.
Free throwing the ball out of bounds. Ilgauskas gets the flagrant 1 foul. The fans applaud that call.
Well, they're saying, did he make a play on the ball? The answer is clearly no. He's just going to take both hands right through his head area.
The Clippers huddle up, and now Blake will go to the line. That's why. So Blake will get the free throws, and then the Clippers will bring the ball in. Now, you make these foul shots, and it's a major big-time play. That negates a lot of the advantage. Clippers shooting 65% of the game, 69% on the year.
You know, I said earlier, Ralph, this guy will eventually be 70+% foul shooter. His technique is fine. His hands are fine. The rotation of the ball is fine. Sometimes his trajectory is a little low, but he's such a hard worker. His character is such that he will not let any part of his game be a weakness. Although it may be a little bit now, it's not going to be in a couple years.
Clippers by 10. Gordon drops it to Griffin. Face up, spin, bank, won't go. It's a shot that he makes like 9 times out of 10.
Don't hang your head, though. Got to get back.
He almost got the poke away. Instead, it'll be a foul on Diagu.
Blake's getting frustrated. He's getting frustrated over things that shouldn't frustrate him right now. A missed shot, you're going to miss shots at the other end.
He's made 6 out of 13, well below his norm.
A near steal down here at this end as he kind of lumbered back down the floor. Shouldn't be frustrated at that. You can't play a perfect basketball game.
2 shots for Dwayne Wade. Could have fooled me first quarter. Hey fans, bring the entire family out to a Clippers game with a Kia family packs available now for select games for $18. You receive a game ticket, a hot dog, and a small soft drink. Buy yours today at Clippers.com or at the Staples Center box office. Offer is subject to availability. Brought to you by Kia, official vehicle of the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers led at the end of one quarter of play, 44-26, shooting 78%.
Well, the pace of the game right now favors Miami.
From the corner.
They're taking the Clippers out of it.
Diagu, the big rebound.
The energy is gone. The pace is slowed down. Miami says, we're totally comfortable playing our defense if you're going to hold the ball.
And Clippers wouldn't let him get in the defensive set in that first quarter. Gordon for 3. Here come the Heat, trailing by 8.
Look at this guy.
James. Saved by Baron Davis. Big time play.
And we play on. Blake Griffin got hit in the hand.
Baron got to the hole, didn't finish it off. Clippers missing some little chippies right now. Bosh the catch. Go to the hole. Foul's going to be on Diagu.
You don't see Blake block many shots from the weak side yet. When he starts to do that, combine him with DeAndre Jordan, the defense will be even better. Here's the foul on Diagu. But watch Blake come to the weak side and say, no, thank you.
7:13 to go in the third. Miami trying to put their imprint in this third quarter.
You got to find an easier way to score right now. There's just too much energy being expended. Remember I said you got to defend Miami without getting them to the line, without fouling them. They've now shot 20 free throws in this one.
Clippers have made 2 out of 10 shots in the third period in almost 5 minutes. That won't get it done, and they miss some easy ones.
Nope, you got to get the ball to Eric Gordon. You got to rely on Barron's penetration.
73-67. The Clipper lead shrinks to 6. Eric Gordon will walk it ahead. Davis a screen from Diagu. Drops it to Ike in traffic. Put it up, not in. Another little short chippy miss for the Clippers. Free throws for Ike Diagu. 14 fouls now on the Heat. Clippers will shoot free throws the rest of the period. Chris Bosh gets his second foul. Ike, an 80% career foul shooter, only 3 for a 7 though, as a Clipper. Ike from 15 feet away.
I didn't think he was going to make it. He stood there with the ball. He looked at all 3 different referees. They kind of handed him the ball early. He didn't even know like it was in play, like the clock was ticking and he could shoot. And finally somebody said, go. And I think it took him totally out of his rhythm. He'll probably make this one.
Clippers 2 for 10 from the field and 1 for 4 from the foul line. 2 for 5, thank you. Clippers by 7, 74-67. The Heat will bring it ahead. Bosh.
I think they've really found some openings for Bosh.
Baron Davis on the run. Gomes drops it down low to Griffin. James knocks it away out of bounds. It'll go to the Clippers, 16 in the shot clock. Clippers will bring it in, but nothing coming easily here in quarter number 3. There's a reason why the Heat are known as the best defensive team in the league. Baron Davis will bring the ball in. Most veteran Clipper out there. He gets it back.
Blake's got to make a play there.
5 in a shot clock. Got it off in time, but again, it won't go in. at least 4 baskets the Clippers have missed deep in the paint.
Every shot is with great difficulty. They missed 7 in a row.
Bosh.
And the difference is everything with Miami is easy. It's comfortable.
Well, that's one of the reasons they've won 13 straight on the road and won 30 on the season for us.
Well, I'm with a very special guest, Olden Polynice, and today marks the 1-year anniversary of that devastating earthquake in Haiti. Obviously, Olden Polynice from Haiti was affected by it. The players tonight are wearing special shooting shirts, and all the coaches are wearing these special ribbons that I have on. Olden, I know you were affected greatly by that devastating earthquake. What efforts are taking place now?
Well, we know we've been focused on trying to clean up and helping the people down there. From a personal standpoint, I lost 8 members of my family, and we were still trying to recover the bodies, as we speak right now. So it's been an ongoing process. My dad's down there trying to rebuild his house. And so, myself and some other friends of mine, we started a foundation to try and raise more money and keep the awareness going. We have a thing called Hooping for Haiti, and where we go around the country doing basketball camps to help keep the awareness and also raise funds.
Thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck with the relief efforts, and keep that up.
All right, thank you very much.
Ralph?
Okay, thank you very much, Dane. Glad to see OP again, a former Clipper. Baron Davis inside, and Ike Diagu gets a bucket, finally.
Finally some penetration. Baron getting into the heart of the defense, and a good find for Diagu. And I just feel for Olden Polynice. He said he lost an uncle and aunt and 4 of his cousins.
The lob, the jam!
Out of the timeout. And a steal.
Wade coming the other way. Clippers by 5. Wade loses it, but he's fouled. He'll shoot free throws.
I think Dwayne Wade is more difficult to guard than LeBron James. I really do. He's more clever with the ball. Here's the play out of the timeout. Just LeBron sneaking back door. And of course, it is a bit Blake-like, isn't it? I mean, he was the one filling the highlight reels before Mr. number 32 appeared on the scene. But Dwayne Wade, Ralph, is so impressive with his ability to break down one-on-one defense and get through a zone and get to the hole and get fouled.
Don't look now, but it's a 4-point ball game. But now it's only a 3-point ball game.
That great draft class of 2003, as you see the Clipper field goals, how it's plummeted.
And we knew it wouldn't stay at 77%, but we're looking for this kind of a quarter. They're all over Eric Gordon. There's just no question Eric Spoelstra got these guys' attention at halftime about digging in defensively.
Do you realize they have 3 of the first 5 picks in the 2003 draft playing for them?
Wow.
Can you imagine having the best draft ever, and eventually we'll have 3 of the first 5?
Pretty impressive. Gordon. Just nothing easy for the Clippers now. 4 on the shot clock.
This is where you need the leadership of Baron Davis, and I don't mean just now with the shot clock winding down. This is where the ball's got to be in his hands. But defensively, it is the stops on the other end and the lack of free throws that will lead to open shots. They have not been able to stop Miami.
Gordon catches it. Drives to the goal. The right-handed scoop. Very nice, and that's a big play.
It was a tricky play. Jumped off the wrong foot. He had to sidestep to avoid a defender in a charge. And it really took him off balance. He made a very tough shot.
Clippers actually have more field goals than the Heat do this quarter. Their lead is shrinking fast. Bosh does almost all the damage.
Somebody's got to come double.
Well, the tip by Ilgauskas, always an extraordinary offensive rebounder. That's his first bucket of the ball game.
It helps when you start at 7-3.
Eric Gordon back to Griffin. Baron Davis weaves his way to the goal. Gordon reloads. Bosh long arms the rebound. They can cut it to 1. James. Arroyo. Another offensive rebound for Ilgauskas.
Well, that ball surprised Ike Diagu by hitting the rim the second time. He was going to go grab it, and then when he waited, he got off balance.
Wade Tough shot. Clippers up by 3 inside the 4-minute mark of the third period. They'd love to fatten this up to 8 or 10, but they break. Gordon in tight. Wow. Scoop won't go.
Just couldn't make it.
That's the 5th shot deep in the paint that the Clippers have missed. Diago with a foul. Ike has 3. Clippers are over the limit. This guy's already on the bench with 4 fouls.
It did kind of change things when he went out. They went to Chris Bosh almost exclusively.
Kind of a letdown for the ball club when he went out.
Yeah. He's kind of been their motivator, their energizer. Blocking shots, the way he's played the last 4 ball games. Speaking of DeAndre.
James will be at the line. LeBron had to move from Cleveland to Miami after his July signing. Misses the foul shot. Went out and bought a 12,000 square foot, 6-bedroom Bayside mansion for $9 million. And he just celebrated his 26th birthday.
Well, the timing was probably right.
Man, oh man.
That house would have been worth much more 3 or 4 years ago.
Ilgauskas comes out of the game, and LeBron James misses them both. Clippers will take that as a blessing as Bledsoe in there for Baron Davis.
Critical time right now.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Baron's got to get some rest. You need help from somewhere.
Gomes, catch, shoot, score.
He made 3 of his first 4. He had missed the last 4 before knocking down that one.
80-75 Clippers, 3:15 to go. LeBron James will handle out front against Gomes. Anthony gives him a screen. The jump shot's an air ball. Taken by Griffin. Here's Bledsoe. Got to stay in control. Harry Gordon gets to the rim, lays it in with the left hand.
And he beat LeBron James out front.
Timeout Miami. Clipper fans are standing again. The Clippers open up a 7-point lead.
Well, a great push by Bledsoe. And he hands off to Gordon. Watch him beat James and then beat the other one, Anthony, at the rim.
By Shakey's Pizza. Who brought the fried potato to America? Go to Shakey's.com/trivia. And by Honda. Go to shophonda.com for current offers in your area.
We knew this would be a big ticket item. And the celebrities coming out. There's Rihanna. And Jessica Alba, very good friends with Baron Davis. She's been here before. Billy Crystal, Ralph, long time.
Yeah, well, here's Billy's living back in New York now. We don't see him as often as used to. He'll be here again Sunday when the Clippers play the Lakers in this building with a 12:30 game.
Time now for our USMarines.com leader of the game. And it's not just one leader for Miami. It never is. It rarely is. They have 60 points between them. Chris Bosh on the bench has been the big culprit here in the third quarter. He had 9 of their first 11. You can see the rest of the team only 15 points. Can they keep winning with 3 guys doing 80% of the scoring?
James against Gomes. Gomes done okay against them. Long rebound comes out to Juwan Howard, and they get another look at it.
That was actually very good defense by Ryan Gomes.
Chalmers for 3. Rebound taken by the Clippers. Blake Griffin, another double-double, 18 points, 11 rebounds.
That's 24 double-doubles in a row.
2:09 to go.
Well, it took Blake 36 games to write himself into the Clipper record books.
Gordon kind of shoved out front by Jones. Gets to the hole, got fouled. Basket counts, and he's fouled.
He really is the one Clipper right now who can beat his man and take him off the dribble and score. And I'm glad he got the message, because over the last 9 minutes, nobody was really getting it. And he realizes it's not about outside shots. It's about beating my guy, getting there, and finishing strong at the rim.
He is 18. That's his first miss after 20 in a row that he'd made. 84-75, Clippers by 9. Clippers foul shooting left a lot to be desired here in the third period in particular. James almost steps out of bounds, had to get him his tippy toes. Into the corner, Chalmers. Juwan Howard slings it and misses it. Rebound controlled by James. It's blocked by Bledsoe. Saved by Bledsoe. His second block of the game. Eric Gordon into the corner for Gomes for three. Oh, that would have brought the house down. Clippers get it back. Gomes had it and lost it to Howard. Well, it's a game of inches, folks. 1:20 to go in the third period. The energy is back. Jones is fouled by Gomes.
Well, Gomes still thinking about that three in the corner. Up 9. You're right, Ralph. Would have extended it to 12. They would have gone crazy. But how about the block by Bledsoe down low? LeBron's going to get an offensive rebound and realize, I got a little one down here.
Now, these two guys had dinner together when
a couple nights ago, right?
Well, when the Heat were here for the game against the Lakers over Christmas. They went out and had dinner because they share the same agent, know each other well. Gomes will come out and get a rest. Aminu comes in. James Jones knocks down the free throw. It's an 8-point ball game. Dane Blanton, what do you have for us?
Well, you guys talking about Bledsoe and LeBron James having the same management. They went to dinner when the Heat was in town playing the Lakers, and Bledsoe says that he has learned so much just watching him, but he tries to emulate his blocks, which you saw him do there, but he says he's a very different type of player, but he's still excited about being close with LeBron James.
James gets the rebound. Think how excited he was to block his shot. Chalmers has a strip by Bledsoe. They're on the run. James is back. Bledsoe will bounce. The slam! Aminu!
Great pass.
You can't run a 2-on-1 break against LeBron James any better than that.
And there were two guys who never made it down the floor. Blake Griffin and Eric Gordon are exhausted. So it's a good thing Bledsoe and Aminu are in there providing this spark.
Clippers by 10. 31 seconds to go. They led by 10 at the half. Joel Anthony. Very nice. Joel Anthony heard from. 8 points, Clipper lead. Clippers will go for the final shot now. The fans are really happy and excited for this young club that took the best shot from Miami and answered it. Offensive defense. Ouch. Bledsoe, an offensive foul.
It was only because with his left arm he just gave a little shove. If he had kept his arm in on that contact, it would not have been an offensive foul.
Boy, what a big play this is if the Heat score now.
Here's the steal by Bledsoe, and then watch this break. He and Aminu went full speed against LeBron James, and the timing was perfect.
Two youngest players on the Clipper roster. Here's Chalmers. Chalmers fires for three. Bank shot. It will not go. Clippers and their fans breathe a huge sigh of relief. So the third quarter, the Clippers kind of regained their equilibrium. A 21-point lead had shrunk to 3. It's back up to 8 now. Clippers on top with one big fourth quarter to go.
Vinny Del Negro told them to focus one stop at a time. Push the ball like Eric Bledsoe is doing, even on a make or a miss every time. Keep playing aggressive, and they let them know that they knew that this push was coming. Just keep playing aggressive like they have in the first 3 quarters, and everything should be fine. Patrick?
There was a time the Heat were 9-8 after a loss to Dallas. There was a big player meeting after that game, lasted 45 minutes. Everybody let everything out. Apparently Eric Spoelstra's job was in jeopardy. Pat Riley, president of business operations, was going to take over, and he was going to coach the team. Completely fabricated. I think Eric Spoelstra's job is in jeopardy. Plus, I spoke to a former player that had played with Pat Riley. They really don't want his type of practices. Although no picnic is Eric Spoelstra, but I think his job is safe, whatever the outcome is tonight, guys.
Well, the outcome looking pretty good for the Clippers right now. They're up by 10. Blake Griffin has yet another 20-10 ball game. 19,803 on hand. Wade in close, got to the hole, missed the shot, and curls out. Joel Anthony goes to get it. That's a good hustling play by Anthony.
He just traveled too, got away with it.
Wade for 3.
And an interesting substitution by Miami, taking LeBron out.
Griffin to Gordon. Gordon to the hole, offensive foul. You got to stay in control.
And I told you before, as we went to the end of the third quarter, both Gordon and Blake Griffin were very, very tired, expending all kinds of energy. When you're tired, you don't make the smartest moves. Right then was not the time to run over somebody.
There you see the Clippers' two leading scorers, Griffin on the right, Gordon on the left.
You get the impression, Ralph, that Coach Del Negro is going to go with these guys, his main guns, for as long as he can, although Blake now sitting down.
And Jaron Collins comes in to give him a blow.
One of the beauties of having the big three scorers for Miami, you can take one down and put the other two in. You can rotate that way the entire game.
As Wade and Bosh are out there now. Bosh.
I mean, he is steady, Eddie. He's got 21.
88-80. Clippers by 8. Bledsoe to Gordon. Aminu.
Spacing is not great there.
Nice looking jump shot.
He made something out of nothing, because when he didn't take the first three on the catch, I thought, what is he going to be able to do over there? He proved me wrong by coming off the pick and pulling up with a nice 18-footer.
He made a three earlier, but he's not real confident from behind the arc right now. He's missed 13 straight coming into the game. Chalmers comes to Bosh.
Crowd trying to get into it.
Foul on Collins. Well, Jaron has the fouls to give. Blake Griffin being stretched out. Strength and conditioning coach Rich Williams there. That's a sign of a little lower back.
I would agree. Going to relieve some of the pressure down there.
Bosh will shoot a couple, and he's made 11 out of 12. Well, making foul shots is so important. The Clippers have missed 9. Yikes.
And they're last in the league in free throw shooting. Miami, one of the better foul shooting teams. They're 21 out of 28.
Bosh makes them both. Clippers on top by 8. 10:07 to go. Harry Gordon back to Bledsoe. Got to the hole with a left hand, missed the shot. Rebound Collins. Oh, that's a big offensive board. And a brand new clock for the Clippers. You'd love to get a second chance. Gordon cross court into the corner. Bledsoe. Harry passes up the 3. Come on! And here come the Heat. Trying to cut it to 6, maybe even 5. Wait, gets a block from behind by Aminu. Eric Gordon brings it back. Clippers' 5th block shot of the game. A blocking foul is called. Free throws for Eric Gordon. They continue to stretch Blake Griffin.
See how they're rubbing the low back there? That's Kent Kadich working on his low back. He's kind of the Clippers' fitness yoga instructor. Rich Williams, the strength coach. Must be his low back tightening up there.
Gordon. He's made 5 out of 6. Here we have the perfect, sensational ticket plan for you. It's called the 5-game flex plan, and you pick any 5 games that remain in the schedule that fit your schedule, starting at just $72. Purchase them today and receive a limited edition, full-size Clippers basketball. Call 866-4-CLIPPERS now or log on to Clippers.com for more information. Eric Gordon cashes in at the foul line. Clippers back by 10. Jones misses, up, over, out. Jones is a lethal weapon off the bench. He's made 73 three-pointers this year, but he's been luckless so far, 0 for 2 from deep.
One of the most accurate shooters from 3 in the game. 13th most prolific among all the active three-point shooters is James Jones. He's been doing it for a long time.
Eric Bledsoe brings it into the front court. Diagu.
Gotta have something from somebody else. Eric Gordon is just getting so tired.
Bledsoe. Diagu.
Nice left. Eric Bledsoe's made a bunch of great plays in this ballgame.
He really has. And they got some good help from Randy Foye in the first half, too. And of course, Baron Davis has been terrific. So good guard play.
Clippers had that magnificent first quarter, a big lead. Hanging on now, lead it by 12. Time now for our Kia card, brought to you by Kia Motors. And why not Blake Griffin, 13th straight game in a row with 20 points and 10 rebounds. You realize, Ralph, he's the only guy in the league averaging 20 or more points, 10 or more rebounds, and 3 or more assists. The only one.
Yeah, but how's he doing over there, getting stretched out on the sideline? Dane Blanton, what do you have?
Well, guys, he was working on Blake Griffin on that low back. He's having back spasms, so they're doing soft tissue work. They're applying heat to him. Head athletic trainer Jason Powell told me he's had back spasms before, but never this bad. As you can see, he's kind of gimpy, but he's back on that court.
I have back spasms. I go to the emergency room. He has back spasms. He goes out in the basketball court. Wade will drive and score just as easily as that.
I don't know how easy it was, but he made it look easy.
The lead is 10 for the Clippers. Bledsoe and Davis out there together. Gordon gets a blow. Griffin, Diago, and Aminu out there.
You'll be able to tell from Blake as how he posts up in battles. And Bosh testing him right there on the block.
Oh, a good offensive rebound by the Clippers.
Yep,
Diago with a save.
Bledsoe missed that layup. Oh, it's just a bad pass, bad decision.
Well, it's tough. A baseline bounce pass is a tough one to do. Blake acting like you thought he should have gotten it, but Blake is clearly not 100% right now.
And if you got a bad back, how are you going to bend down and catch an errant pass?
He wants to be there. DeAndre Jordan returns for the Clippers. Diago takes the seat. Ike did okay.
I think Blake just whispered to DeAndre, you better get every rebound from here on out, pal. I'm not myself right now.
James.
He was Mr. Fourth Quarter in their last win. And that was an overtime win in Portland.
He has only 4 points in the second half.
And he can score in a hurry.
Davis to Bledsoe.
Boy, Blake's having a hard time just posting up, Ralph.
Shot clock's down to 9.
Well, that kind of tested him right there. And he responded okay.
Wade, pull up for 3. Bingo.
If he's making threes, look out, because Dwayne Wade is not a three-point shooter.
5-point Clipper lead. Eric Gordon quickly off the bench for the Clippers. Trying to put out the fire. Griffin, hard charge to the goal. Puts on the brakes.
I think he threw the ball. It hit the back of the backboard.
Exactly right. The Clippers turn it over. You admire the tenacity of Blake Griffin being out there, but you wonder if he should be out there.
Well, what I wonder is if he shouldn't ease his way back into it. He's trying to make 2 very difficult plays.
I think it's pretty clear Blake knows how to play one way. LeBron James against Farouk Aminu. He knocks it away.
And LeBron sprained his ankle. LeBron is hopping. He sprained his left ankle. He just traveled. He just took 2 hops. They didn't call it. And he shot a 3 with 1 leg and made it.
Oh, me, oh, my. And now Wade is down. They're falling left and right. The Clippers' lead is shrinking. Awful fast, too. It's down to 3 right now. James limping. Wade is limping. Yikes.
Or if
I think it's a white tip on the sole of his shoe.
It's actually a really good idea to paint the tips of your shoes white. He's got little spectator basketball shoes.
From the sideline view, it looked like clearly his toe was on the line. But that could be an important point when this is all said and done. The Clippers, the point is, lead it by 2 right now. He's hurting. Patrick, what do you have for us?
I just watched LeBron on the sideline. He used a towel to test the strength of his left ankle. He was manipulating it, moving it side to side with the trainer looking on, but it was LeBron doing all the work. You don't know if it's a sprained ankle or perhaps some sort of a cramp. He's just doing the old, let's tighten him up, lace him up, and get back out there like Mike Smith used to do in the old days.
I think it was definitely a sprained ankle right there. kind of caught the foot of Baron Davis. He rolled over, but see how he didn't take another step? Oftentimes that will prevent the severity of an injury. And the great athletes know their bodies. They know what they can do. He really prevented that from being worse.
10 straight points here for the Miami Heat. And the Clippers go to work. Griffin, Jordan, Davis, Gomes, and Gordon for the Clips. The same unit that started the game and played so great in that first quarter.
That's a different Blake Griffin right there. Here's Gordon cutting. There he is.
Oh, beautiful move. And a great block. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Clippers. Dwayne Wade making the defensive play.
Baron Davis found him. I mean, it was just a nifty little cut down the middle.
5 on the shot clock. Gordon, 20 points. Griffin, 20 points for the Clippers.
Coach Del Negro says high pick. Must be a set play.
Got to be done quickly. Gordon, little up fake, steps back, shoots a three, needing it.
Bingo! He's been the one.
Clippers by 5.
He and Bledsoe sparked that run. That was an 8-3 run that got it back up to 12. And Gordon apparently has his rest. Clippers fall back in his zone.
He'd missed his first 3 threes of the ball game. Well, there's an answer. Chalmers for 3. His third of the ball game. Clippers by 2 again.
Clippers were kind of like discussing back and forth who should be there. As it was, Chalmers knocking down a big shot.
Well, we just knew. Even though the Clippers were up by 21, this is going to come down to the wire, and here we are.
Blake Griffin. Look. There you go.
Feels contact, banks it in.
Why is that not a foul? That has to be a foul.
Clippers by 4.
Coach Del Negro close to getting a tee.
They want to do that. Clippers zone up again, almost a steal from Wade.
He's got those big hands.
Bosh with the catch. 8 in the shot clock. 3 ball.
He's only a 31% three-point shooter.
Here come the Clippers. Davis and Gordon. Barron all the way to the basket. Reverse layup. A magnificent shot by Baron Davis. Lawler's Law. First to 100 wins. It's the law. Clippers lead 101-95. 4:50 to go in the game. James rises. Chalmers back to LeBron in the corner for 3. Line drive won't go. Rebound taken by Gomes.
And they're running. Good idea.
Baron Davis all the way to the goal. Lots of contact. No whistle. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Clippers.
They are letting them play. And Chalmers in the face of Blake Griffin. They are letting them play.
Well, they're not letting them fight. And that's a good thing. Technical foul. Technical foul now on Griffin.
Well, Chalmers got one first. Blake should have just walked away.
Absolutely, and that's what Baron Davis is telling Blake. We could see the frustration building with Blake earlier in the ballgame.
Yep.
And finally,
there's so much built up on a game like this, Ralph. So much hype and so much energy expended early.
Well, Blake Griffin leads the Clippers in so many categories, also in technical fouls assessed. That's his 5th of the season. Clippers will bring it in, 20 in the shot clock. So one tee offsets the other. Baron, the trigger man. Into Ryan Gomes, who's been rock solid.
On a night when he's had to guard LeBron James and kept him under his average.
Baron into the paint, lose it, goes to Griffin. Slam dunk with authority. I guess his back is okay.
And he's looking at him.
Oh, he's looking down there at Chalmers for sure.
If his back wasn't okay before that, that dunk made his back okay.
Clippers score the last 6. Man, oh man. Clips lead by 8. 4:15 to go in the game, and Griffin is positively agitated.
Look where he comes from. Under Wade and over the rest of them.
The young man is something special.
He really is. Great
24 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists.
And a great feat by Baron Davis.
His 9th assist.
In the last 6 wins, Baron Davis averaging 14 points, 9.5 assists, and nearly 50% from the field.
Baron still counseling his young power forward.
And some guys do better when they're mad, Ralph. Some guys don't.
Some guys don't.
This guy appears to be the kind that reacts the right way.
I think the great ones tend to react very well to being angry. Some guys that takes them right out of their game. I think Carmelo Anthony, a superstar, he struggles when he gets angry.
I think so.
So the Heat trying to keep alive a season-long road winning streak that stands at 13 games. It's being challenged here by the Clippers.
Stay down, DeAndre.
Bosh.
They can beat you.
Out of bounds it goes. Clippers basketball. The fans are starting to taste it.
We're inside 4 minutes.
Clippers by 8.
A hoop here would go a long, long ways.
Barron chases it down. The shot clock continues to wind down. It's at 13.
It might help him if he gets a little pick on the fly.
He does it on his own. In and out. Rebound battle for controlled by the Miami Heat.
Boy, Blake Griffin's caught his second win, Ralph.
3.5 minutes to go.
He was everywhere there trying to get that ball.
Wade to the basket. Beautiful.
That guy is unreal. I'm telling you, he's tougher to stop than LeBron.
He has 31. 103-97. Clippers by 6. Eric Gordon with 3:15 to go. Baron Davis at long range. Shot clock's down to 7. He had to settle for it, and he made it.
Might be the shot of the game right there.
105-97, the Clippers.
I know it's early, but that was a huge bucket.
Because there was nothing going on in that offense. Bosh puts it in the floor, drive to the back. Gets the shot blocked by DeAndre Jordan. 9 on the shot clock. Chalmers. LeBron James gets the bucket.
His speed is uncanny. Speaking of LeBron, how quickly a man 6'8", 260 pounds can move from point A to point B.
105-99, Clippers lead, 2.5 to go. Eric Gordon looks to Griffin. Gomes for 3. Rebound Wade. 2:15 to go, the Clippers by 6. Wade thought about the 3-ball. James lost control of it, thought he was fouled. He's still limping out there. He is very gimpy, there's no question about it. 2:07 to go in the game. Timeout is called. The Los Angeles Clippers trying to break the Miami Heat's incredible winning streak. They've won 21-22. They've won 13 straight.
Over the Miami Heat, 105-99. Michael Eaves and Don McClain here in Star Plaza. We're getting you ready for Clippers Live post-game edition. We're going to see if the Clippers can hang on and snap the road winning streak of the Miami Heat. Petros Papadakis is here. He's got a good take on the Heatomania. But Don, on the big stage, Blake Griffin has yet again performed, and tonight he's playing through injuries, still scoring and still getting rebounds.
Looks like that back is bothering him. He's playing through injuries, playing through Mario Chalmers trying to talk to him here in the fourth. But let's see, as we take a look at Blake, and still moving well, can they go to him down the stretch for buckets? That's a big question for me. And we got 2 minutes. Do you go to him when he clearly isn't moving as good as we're accustomed to seeing? So that part's going to be interesting. But the Clippers as a whole got to finish this game. They've come too far. They got a 6-point lead. Finish the game.
Ralph, Mike, take us home.
Sounds like a plan. Griffin high to get the rebound.
I think he's okay now.
It's like he came out there, he was tight, but it loosened up, running up and down the court. 1:51 to go in the game, Clippers by 6. They've led by as many as 21. Griffin to Baron Davis, a little floater off the glass, he's got it.
I love the ball in Baron's hands right now.
He has 20, his best game of the year.
It started with Gordon. Clippers are going to stay in a zone here. No, they're going man-to-man.
Minute and a half remaining. Bosh for 3. Well, Clippers will settle for that one every time.
He's only taken 12 all year.
Clippers have the ball. The fans are standing at Staples Center. .110 to go in the game. Barron fires for 3. Over the back, out of bounds, it'll go. The ball belongs to the Miami Heat. The lead belongs to the Clippers. 107-99, 1:02 to go. And the Heat with LeBron James at the controls against Griffin.
The travel.
Bosh for 3 more. They challenge the shot. He misses it long. Rebounded. Chalmers for 3. Griffin gets the rebound. That might do it.
Clippers have had some great wins this year.
Davis to Gordon. Gordon is fouled.
They beat New Orleans here when they were the best team in the league. They beat San Antonio here when they had the best record in the league. They went into Chicago, Ralph, where only 3 teams have won all year, including the Clippers. And tonight facing the Miami Heat.
There's exactly what you're talking about, and you can add the Chicago one to that for 2. Oh boy, they have really done a job here, and timeout is going to be taken with 36 seconds to go in this basketball game. The Clippers lead by 8, reaching at 133 in their overall. They won 16 straight on the road, but the Heat, I thought on this road trip, they probably thought they could do it because they've got Denver and Chicago to come. Well, it's not going to happen. It does not appear. The Clippers and Lakers, of course, will meet here on Sunday at 12:30 on Prime Ticket.
You see the Clippers have won 7 of their last 10. Some big wins over Chicago, over Denver, over Phoenix. You can add this one to the list and put this one at the top of the list.
36 seconds to go. It's Clippers basketball. And they have the lead. Beat the Heat, the fans are yelling. Timeout taken by the Clippers. They could not get the ball in. Vinny Del Negro not happy with his ball club, calls a 20-second timeout. So the fans, 19,803. Jam-packed, over capacity at Staples Center.
You remember that Barron 22-footer? It was just one step inside the line. I think the game was 6-point lead at the time. A possession that was failing. And Barron knocked down a huge shot with less than 10 on the shot clock. And I just thought it was the shot of the game. It was about 3 minutes to go, but it really kept the Clippers in front.
Barron has 7 points here in the fourth quarter. There's BD. And he is loving every second of this. The Clippers have a big 3 of their own. The key matchup, these 2 guys.
You know,
the rebound numbers are not accurate there. Obviously, Blake has the rebound advantage. He has the 14 and 8 for James.
You know, if the Clippers hold on and win this game, Ralph, it'll be their 6th win over teams that have a 500 record or better.
That's pretty impressive.
Miami only has 8 of those kind of wins. I mean, you look at them and you say, wow, they're, potentially the best team in the league. It's not like they've, done all that damage on the best teams.
Coaches just keep coaching. We say, what's Randy Foye doing out there? Well, he's the best foul shooter in the team. You know that Miami's going to be committing fouls to send you to the free throw line. So Randy hadn't played a minute here in the second half. He was very solid in almost 8 minutes in the first half. I mean, he was rock solid. He comes in there and does just what he's supposed to do. Knock down a free throw. 108-99 the Clippers. Misses that one. Rebound Bosh. Timeout. Combined for 78 points. 78 of their team's 99, Mike.
Well, and a couple of them were rumored to be here last night in the building when the Lakers destroyed the Cleveland Cavaliers.
LeBron James says, nope, we weren't there.
Yeah. And I had heard from a couple of people that they were there up in a suite. Maybe they made an appearance. Who knows?
He was asked directly in the locker room. He said, no, I absolutely was not here, no.
But LeBron did definitely tweet after the game that karma can come back and get you sometime. Maybe
so the Heat will bring the ball in. Gomes will fire the 3 ball and miss it. Gomes goes to get the rebound. To Baron Davis, who gets fouled. And they'll go to the other end.
Only one timeout remaining for Miami.
24 points, 14 rebounds for Griffin. 23 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds for Eric Gordon, his well-rounded game. Baron Davis, 20 points and 9 assists. Ryan Gomes, 11 points and really a solid job on LeBron James. Davis will be at the free throw line to shoot a couple. Made his only foul shot so far this evening.
Maybe the biggest accomplishment by the defense tonight is the fact that they kept LeBron James off the foul line. He and Wade are like 2 and 3 in the league.
He's 1 out of 4.
Only 4 trips to the line for LeBron James.
So Barron will try one more time. He goes 0 for 2. The fans, somebody I just heard go, oh me,
Heck.
oh my. 108-99, Clippers lead, 21 seconds to go. LeBron James, not a three-point opportunity. And Vinny Del Negro beside himself on the sidelines as James gets a bucket and a trip to the free throw line. Clippers by 7. James can cut it to 6, makes it a 2-possession game with 19 seconds to go. Stranger things can happen, but I don't see it happening here tonight. LeBron completes the three-point play. 108-102 the Clippers. 19 seconds remain. Gomes gets it into Davis, right back to Ryan. Gets the ball to Eric Gordon. That's the guy they want to have it. Really good job with the Clippers. They burnt some time off the clock, about 4 seconds, and then they get the ball to the best foul shooter, Eric Gordon.
Definitely well done. See what he's done on the season. He's made most of his free throws tonight. I can't get over the fact, Ralph, that Miami's defense, just acclaimed throughout the league as the best, holding teams to 42% and 92 points a game. And here the Clippers are sitting on 108. And
how are they shooting?
And shooting 50% in the ballgame.
They just keep holding the door open by missing foul shots. That's their best foul shooters taking them. First Foy and now Gordon. 14.5 seconds remaining. Clippers by 6. This would make it a 3-possession game, and it does. 7-point Clipper lead. 20-second timeout taken by the Heat. Eric Spoelstra doing all he can to try to extend this road winning streak, but it won't be easy to do. You can see since December 1st. So we're going back, 5-6 weeks with this. The Heat have been the best team in terms of toughness to make baskets again. Clippers have been second best. Clippers are right there again tonight, matching that exactly.
Yep, they've held Miami to 41.9%, right on the number. But the Clippers themselves have shot 50% in the ballgame. The 11th time this year they'll shoot 50%. What are they in the previous 10? They're 7-3.
They're about to get their 8th win in 11 tries. And finish the homestand 3-2. Vinny Del Negro, the man who makes it all go. Dean Demopoulos at his side. 14.5 seconds remain. Clippers by 7. Clippers just don't want to foul. They don't want this to go in either. Bingo.
Remember, Miami has no more timeouts. Clippers have 1 if they need it.
109-105. Clippers by 4. 9.9 seconds to go. Gordon will go to the line again. Man. Well, this wouldn't be easy, but this is getting kind of silly.
I'm not worried. Look at the well-rounded game for Eric. Remember he had that 10-point game against Atlanta? He has responded with 3 great games in a row. 28 against Denver, 25 against Golden State, and another 24 this evening.
It's a long time ago.
Makes the free throw. Thank you. Randy Foy will come back in with a foul shooter, taking DeAndre Jordan out. 9.9 seconds to go. The Clippers by 5. This crowd about to erupt. Eric Gordon makes it 6. DJ's done his job. 9.9 seconds to go. You can concede a basket here. The rebound, Baron Davis, and that'll do it. The Miami Heat's winning streak is over, ladies and gentlemen. And the Clippers gets the congratulations from the big three. LeBron James out there as well. Dwayne Wade. And they're saying we'll see you guys on Super Bowl Sunday in Miami. Big time win. A lot of smiles on the faces of the Clipper coaching staff and the Clipper fans. None of whom left this building. They wanted to be here to enjoy the finale.
You know what's interesting, Ralph? The Clipper players aren't like jumping all over each other saying like this is a championship.
I like that too.
They belong like they are in the winner's circle.
Now the final score, the Clippers win it 111-105. Clippers Live starts right now as we go to Dane Blanton.
Well, Blake, the Heat come in winning 21 of the last 22, 13 straight on the road, but you guys take them down. A lot of people are saying this was a measuring stick for this Clipper team. What does this win mean?
It just shows that we can play with the best. We came out and executed and stuck to our game plan the whole time. Everybody stepped up and hit big shots, and this is the result. We come out with a win.
It looked like that low back, you were having back spasms and in a lot of pain. Is that a new thing?
It just kind of started the past couple of days. But our training staff did a good job of keeping it loose, and we were able to finish it out.
It seemed like you came out hobbling a little bit, and then you got in that altercation with Mario Chalmers. Did that spark it?
I'm not sure. As a team, we always stick up for our teammates. So if anything happens, we know we got each other's back, and that's all that was.
What did Barron tell you after that?
Just don't worry about it. Just calm down, and let's move on and get this win.
How difficult is it going up against the big three with Bosh, D. Wade, LeBron James, and you guys shut them down tonight, but they're very balanced scoring.
Yeah, they're very good. They're very talented. They got a lot of scores, so many weapons, and they've been playing some of the best basketball in the league right now. So, I'm really proud of our team and the way we stuck together and defended everybody.
Congratulations, Blake, on that big win and breaking the Miami Heat streak. Blake Griffin, another solid game. Make that 13 games in a row for Blake Griffin with 20 and 10 as he puts up some huge numbers, and the Clippers get win number 13 on the year, make it 8 out of the last 11. Michael?
All right, Dane, thanks a lot. Yeah, obviously the biggest win of the season, even though they'd beaten the likes of the Hornets and the Spurs when they had the best record. They just beat the Denver Nuggets. But to beat this team, not only with the personalities involved, but how well they've played of late,